And we are back. We are back for video number 12 of my journey to success. And boy, has it been interesting. I think it's been 2 weeks now. Yikes. But boy, has it been interesting. Just quickly went through my last video to kind of see where I was and where I can start from this video. So I'm going to do like I usually do it. Just go through a recap, um, and then just get the stuff off my chest. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. So we'll start with the recap. Training, powerlifting, still going well. I posted on my TikTok, think it was, yeah, I posted on my TikTok last week. I hit a deadlift PR of 230. So deadlift is going well, and I'm really proud at least of the progress that I've made, at least with the time frame that I've had to train for this powerlifting event. I am I can look at my progress and be proud of it because I'm it's around the same weight. I'm still around 98. Depending on the time of the day, I'm around 98, 99 kilos. And yeah, I really am. If I look back on where I was before marathon prep, I really have grown yeah, in strength. And I spoke to my coach Mourinho yesterday because yesterday we had our last heavy session. It was our SBD day. So yesterday was mainly just focusing on getting into the rhythm, making sure the movements are moving well, making sure the little basics are down, practicing with the referee, and all that kind of stuff. So, and I noticed when I was training for a marathon, I was benching around 120 for about two, maybe even three, only just. But now that I'm benching with proper form, and that's the thing, when you learn a new form, you do lose strength because you have to adjust, you have to get used to the form, and then you can build up from there. But I'm looking at the time frame that I did train for this powerlifting event. I think within 2 or 3 weeks, I got back to 120 for back to 2 to 3 reps with proper form. But now I'm doing 3 reps a whole lot easier than I did 2 reps. So I'm happy with that. Now it's just a matter of the event is on Saturday. We've got a very busy weekend this weekend. We've got my powerlifting event on Saturday, and my brother he's running nationals for his because he's a 400-meter athlete. So he's running the heats and the semi-finals on the Saturday with my powerlifting event, and he's running the finals on the Sunday. So yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm supposed to be training tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm working. So it's just a matter of going in on Thursday, doing the real basics, throwing the ego far away, ignoring the weights, just feeling the movements. Not a lot of bench, not a lot of deadlift, not a lot of squats. It's just purely light, very light accessories, and a lot of stretching, a lot of stretching. So yeah, that's basically it for training. For school, I finished most of my assignments. It's coming to the end of the school year, so summer's on its way. Um, I would say it's summer, but I'm wearing long pants and a flippin' jersey in summer. Doesn't make sense. So I've got a couple more assignments to go. I've got one more exam to go for online marketing. I do have to study a whole book. I don't know if I can find it here. It's this book here. Very thick, so 13 sections to study. So that's gonna be an interesting one. So yeah, I've got that. I've also got a assignment for another subject, but I've also got to do a presentation for that one as well. So that has to be handed in by, if I'm not mistaken, Saturday. No, Sunday. By Sunday. Has to be in by Sunday, both the assignment and the presentation. And once that's handed in, then I'm done with that subject and it just needs to get marked and then do the presentation. I then have 3 other assignments that need to be handed in for my last internship. And then they got remarked. And there was a whole story with that, but I'm not going to get into that now. Um, So I need to finish. This won't take long though. It should take me like less than half a day. So that I'll do within the space of the next 2 weeks. I don't know if I'll do it this week because depending how busy I am with work and that kind of stuff, we'll see. But that's on my lowest priority because that's only due for like the 12th of July. So I'm not too worried about that now. I've still got a month. So I've got other priorities to focus on right now. So we'll, we'll leave that for now. And then for work and business wise, I had the idea of working for my dad, but like I said in the last video, that he has his own business and the times I can work and what I would do for him. But I just looked through it now, and we had the conversation with him, and I was like, I have this time. I have this time in the week to work. What can I do? He said to me, yeah, it's amazing, but he just doesn't have that many jobs for me to do. So he said, no, just go and look for another job for now, and we'll see how that goes. And he'll call me as soon as he can. He needs my help. So now the plan is there's a company called Picnic, and they are basically a service business where they deliver groceries to people. So they have a whole warehouse, and all the groceries go into that one warehouse, and you go in this little car. I don't even want to call it a car. It's very very small, but it weighs like a bunch. It weighs just under a ton, um, and it really. I had my first training day on Sunday. It is extremely time focused. You have to do everything on the second, not the minutes, the second. So that was very interesting to see and learn how that works. So now I'm still after my first training day, I'm kind of questioning, is that something I want to do for the next, I'd say, 6 months, because it's something that I'll have to do for the next 6 months, and it's a question because, like I said in the last video, I said I wanted to start with TikTok, TikTok Shop affiliate, but right now I can't afford it. I can't afford the courses that I want, and I can't afford what needs to get done to start. So I'm in a spot where I'm kind of looking, okay, where do I need to go? Where do I need to go from my experience with Picnic, what I've experienced there, and are there any other options? Because if you think about it, I don't need a whole bunch of money per month. It's mainly just for me for the startup. I think for me, it's between 300 and 500 euros to start, and then it's around six, if I'm not mistaken, $75 a month. So if I'm making, call it 100, 200 euros a month, I'm fine. But for me, I want to have a job that pays me around 300 to 400 a month. And I want to find something that is not so labor intensive. And yes, I can do the labor. I'm not scared of hard work, but I want my main focus to be the TikTok affiliate. So it's just a matter of, um, I've got another trainings day tomorrow for Picnic, and that's the thing. It's like from 1:30 to 8:15 at night. It's gonna be a long day, so that's gonna be interesting. So again, it's just I'm literally, when I finish this now, I'm gonna go have a chat with my girlfriend and just like talk about it with her, and just kind of tell her where I'm at, see if I can get her perspective on this. I've talked to my mom about this, and she's given me some advice. So yeah, it's and that's what's nice. I have people around me who know where I'm going, know what I want, and know who I am, and I get to go to them and ask them for their opinion and their advice. And when I hear their advice and hear their perspective, I know it's going to be honest and truthful and helpful, because they're not going to give me bad advice because they're selfish. That's why I'm extremely lucky in that sense that I have those kind of people around me. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with work, trying to figure out what my job is going to be, and then once I have enough to start up with TikTok, that's just the first thing I'm going to do. Um, and then lastly, my content. I'm really trying to be more active on Instagram and TikTok. I try and post every single day with TikTok, but sometimes I just get carried away with work and school and personal life, and I'm like, I forgot. So it's it's interesting, but I'm gonna figure it out. I always do. So yeah. And there's one thing I wanted to get off my chest. I don't know how long I've been going now. I don't really care. Um, if there's one thing I wanted to get off my chest, it was I really want to tell you guys how important having God is in your life. Now, I might get personal here, but I'm not going to go too personal into my life. Um, so over the last, I'd say, gosh, 4 months, I've been together with my girlfriend, and it is long distance. It sucks. Trust me, it sucks. Um, and it really, really sometimes when you, no, that's not right. Because both of us come from a very rough history, both have very rough history, not just in relationships, but just in life. We've both had a very last 5 years have been absolutely horrible to us. So it's just a matter of breaking down all those things that are bugging her and all the garbage, everything that is still stuck in our heads that are bugging us, just to get through it and to just talk about it. Because there's no, and people say, no, talk about it once and you'll be fine. No, because you got to deal with all the baggage from that person. Once you take a person on as a girlfriend, and that's the thing, I date to marry. So I have no intention of leaving my girlfriend. So I date to marry, and when you date to marry, you really have to take on the person. You have to take on their baggage because you choose to be with that person, not just for now, for the next 6 months. No, for the rest of your life. So whatever baggage they come with, you have to deal with together. And I feel at least that I you can give your partner as much reassurance as you can, and as soon as you see, or I at least had this moment where I saw that my reassurance, yes, it was taken, it was appreciated, that I saw, but it was just a reoccurring problem that my reassurance just wasn't fixing. And then all of a sudden, I just felt something in my head, and I was talking to her. I was just on the phone with her, and I was thinking, I'm like, oh crap, why don't we pray together? Because she's also religious. She's also a Christian. So I'm like, why don't we just pray about this? So then we prayed for the. I prayed once to her before, but then she was, I think, asleep, or she didn't hear me. And the second time she re- we prayed together, and it was really special. It's something that I really hope that everyone watching this video can feel that feeling of praying with someone who is so connected to you, not physically, but by the soul and the heart. And that feeling is so incredible. And I just feel that whenever I can't give her any more reassurance, we turn to God, not just me, but we turn to God, and we just say, look, God, we can't control our situation as much as we can. So we're just going to give our lives to you, give us our problems, give you our struggles, so that you can help us through it. And I will end the video on this, but there's one more thing where I saw it a while ago, and it really starting to make sense. That when you're in a relationship, and especially a godly relationship, it's very much like a triangle. And think of it like the top of the triangle is God, and then it's you and your girlfriend at the bottom. And the further you are away from the top of that point, the further you are away from your partner. So it literally goes, and as soon as you are as close as you can to God, then you are as close as you can be with your partner. and learning how to be as close as you can with God Himself, you will automatically grow closer to your partner. And what I love is that I get to grow closer with God with my partner. And that is something I will cherish for the rest of my life. And I'm super excited to start our journey together with Christ. And is it going to be weird? Is it going to be something I've never done before? Yes. Am I willing to understand that I'm going to be garbage and not know anything? Yes. It's not going to be the first time. But it's a matter of learning, and with the will to learn, the will to get better. That is why I know we'll get through whatever we go through. So if there's one thing I want you guys to really understand in this video, it's just purely to, if you're with a party, even if you're alone, even if you don't have a partner at all, but wherever you are in your life, get as close as you can to Christ. Because when no one else is there to help you, no one else, God will always be there with open arms waiting to receive you. So when in doubt, turn to Christ.